Listen to me. This is not just another video. This is an intervention, a war cry, a battle call against the silent enemy that's been eating away at your mind, your drive, your very identity, lust. You think you're in control? You're not. You've been played, conditioned, hooked like a puppet, fed distractions to keep you weak, passive, obedient. Look around. How many people are trapped, stuck in a cycle of mindless indulgence, drained of ambition, living in quiet frustration? That's not life, that's slavery. And here's the truth most won't tell you. Every time you give in, you're not just wasting time. You're losing a piece of yourself. Your energy, your confidence, your willpower, chipped away bit by bit until there's nothing left but regret. And that stops now. This is your wake-up call, a line in the sand. The moment you choose to break free or stay in chains, because by the end of this, you'll either be the same person who walked in, or you'll be reborn, stronger, sharper, unstoppable. So if you're ready to stop being a prisoner to your urges, if you're ready to reclaim your power, then stay with me, because this is where your real transformation begins. Let's go. Step 1, accept the ugly truth. Look in the mirror. Are you truly proud of the person staring back at you? Or do you see someone drained, distracted, a shadow of what they could be? That's the cost of lust. It poisons your focus, kills your ambition, and hijacks your mind. You think it's just a habit? But deal. It's an addiction. And like any addiction, it doesn't stop at one hit. It demands more time, more energy, more of your soul. It turns warriors into cowards, kings into slaves. And here's the ugly truth. Lust is not pleasure. Lust is a trap, a cheap, temporary high that leaves you weaker every time you give in. It robs you of your drive, your fire, your dominance. The longer you stay blind to this, the deeper you sink. And if you don't take control, it will control you. But here's the power move. You don't have to stay trapped. The moment you face reality and call it what it is, poison, you take the first step to breaking free. No more excuses, no more lies, no more weakness. You are meant for more. But first, you must decide. Stay in chains or rise and reclaim your power. What's it going to be? Step 2. Destroy your triggers. Your mind is a battlefield, and every single time you give in to temptation, every time you entertain a lustful thought, every time you open that app, visit that site, or scroll that feed, you're losing. You think it's harmless? It's not. Lust is a parasite. It feeds on your weakness, grows in the shadows, and before you know it, it's controlling you. It's time to go to war. No warrior keeps weapons in the enemy's hands. Yet you leave the doors wide open. You keep the distractions close. You let the enemy live in your pocket. Your phone, a loaded gun aimed at your own focus. Your surroundings, a minefield of triggers waiting to explode. And you wonder why you keep falling? Enough. Destroy your triggers. Right now. Not later. Not tomorrow. Now. Delete the apps. Block the sites. Burn the bridges. If you don't, you're choosing to stay weak. And weakness is not an option. This is your moment. The moment you take back control. The moment you stop playing defense and start fighting back. Because every second you delay, you stay in chains. Make the move, right now, or stay a prisoner. Step 3. Shift your energy immediately. Lust is a parasite. And like any parasite, it thrives in weakness, in stillness, in idleness. You sit around, scrolling, lying in bed, doing nothing. And that's when it strikes. Because a lazy mind is an open door for destruction. Move, now. You feel the urge creeping in? Stand up, hit the gym, run until your legs burn, do push-ups until your arms shake. Lust cannot survive where there is action. You can't be lustful and unstoppable at the same time. You choose. Every second you stay idle, you're feeding the beast. But every time you shift your energy, every time you dominate your body instead of letting it dominate you, you get stronger, more focused, more powerful. You are either the master of your mind or its prisoner. Decide. Stay weak and controlled or take action and break free. Because warriors don't sit still. They move, they fight, they win. So what's it gonna be? Another wasted moment or your first step to freedom? Step 4. Reprogram your mind. You've been programmed, trained to believe that lust is normal, that it's just human nature, lies. It's a system designed to keep you weak, distracted, and addicted, because a man controlled by lust is a man who can't control his life. But today, you break free. Every time that urge creeps in, recognize it for what it is: a trap, a lie whispered in your mind, trying to pull you back into the cycle. And the only way to destroy it? Reprogram your mind. When lust knocks, don't answer. Replace it. Overwrite it. Burn it out. The second a lustful thought appears, crush it with vision. See your future, your dream, your highest self. Say it out loud. I am stronger than my urges. Because the moment you take control of your thoughts, you take control of your destiny. You are not a slave. You are a warrior. And warriors don't bow to weakness. They dominate it. So what's it going to be? Reclaim your mind or let it be controlled? Step 5. Master your environment. Your environment is your enemy or your weapon. There is no in-between. Look around. Who are you surrounded by? Losers who joke about lust? Weak men who chase cheap dopamine? Distractions pulling you back into the cycle? Because if you stay in a weak environment, you will stay weak. It's time to cut the dead weight. If the people around you feed your addictions, they are not your friends. They are chains keeping you locked in mediocrity. And if you don't have warriors around you, find them. Surround yourself with discipline, with people who demand more from life, because strength is contagious. Your surroundings are either training you to be a slave or forging you into a warrior. And you choose which side you stand on. So ask yourself, is your environment making you stronger or is it killing you? If it's the second, change it now. Step 6. Cold showers and discipline. Every time you give in to lust, you're letting weakness win. You're choosing pleasure over power, distraction over discipline, and that cycle ends now. Cold showers aren't just water, they're war. The second that icy blast hits your skin, your body screams to run, to escape. Sound familiar? That's the same weak voice that tells you to give in to your urges. But warriors don't run. They face the pain. They master it. When lust creeps in, don't fight it in your mind. Kill it with action. Drop everything. Get in that shower. Feel the shock. Let it harden you. Because if you can conquer that moment, you can conquer anything. Discipline is a muscle, and every cold shower, every second of resistance, forges you into a machine. You either train yourself to react with power or stay a slave to impulse. So what's it going to be? Control your body or let it control you? Step 7. Reconnect with your purpose. What are you really here for? To scroll endlessly? To chase worthless dopamine? To waste your life on urges that leave you feeling empty? Or to build something legendary? Lust is a trap, a distraction, a thief that robs you of time, energy, and purpose. And the only way to kill it? Obsession. When you are locked in on your mission, when you wake up every day with fire in your soul, chasing something greater, lust becomes irrelevant. You won't have time for it. You won't even think about it, because your mind will be too busy winning. Find your why, not some weak, half-hearted goal, a purpose so big, so powerful, that it drowns out every temptation. Something that fuels you, that makes you jump out of bed ready to dominate. Because men with no purpose fall for anything. And you were born for more. So what's it going to be? Wasted potential or unstoppable greatness? Step 8. Fasting. Starve the beast. Every time you give in to temptation, you're feeding the beast. Strength dies where excess begins. And the quickest way to take back control? Starvation. Fasting isn't just about food. It's about mastering your desires. If you can control what you eat, you can control anything. Because when you say no to instant gratification, you say yes to dominance, to mental clarity, to raw, unstoppable focus. Weak men live to consume. Warriors control their hunger. They train their bodies to obey, not dictate. And every time you fast, every time you resist the urge to indulge, you sharpen your will like a blade. Hunger doesn't make you weak, it makes you stronger. It teaches you that you are in control. Not your cravings, not your urges, not your flesh. So what's your choice? Feed your weakness or starve it into submission? Step 9. Replace lust with love. Lust is cheap. Love is power. Lust makes you weak, desperate, empty. It turns people into objects, into quick hits of dopamine. It's a parasite that strips you of real connection, real depth, real respect. And if you don't kill it, it will kill your soul. You're not meant to be a slave to shallow desires. You're meant to elevate, to see people for who they truly are, not just what they can give you in a fleeting moment of pleasure. That's the difference between weakness and strength, between boys and men. Replace lust with love, with purpose, with respect. Train your mind to crave something greater, because once you do, you'll never go back. Lust will feel like a joke, because your energy will be too focused on building something real, something powerful, something legendary. So ask yourself, are you chasing cheap thrills or building an unshakable legacy? The choice is yours. Rise above. Step 10. Become a warrior, not a slave. This is it, the final stand. You have two choices: be a slave or be a warrior. Slaves give in. They let their urges dictate their lives. They chase instant pleasure, and in return they trade their power, their ambition, their very soul. Slaves are weak, and weak men don't win. But warriors dominate. They conquer their desires. They take control. They refuse to bow to lust, to distraction, to mediocrity. A warrior doesn't surrender to temptation, he destroys it. So look yourself in the mirror and decide, who are you? Are you done being controlled? Are you done living at the mercy of your impulses? Then act like it. Every urge you conquer is a step toward greatness. Every battle you win against temptation is proof that you are in charge. So stand up, fight back, and never, never bow to weakness again. This is more than a video. This is your wake-up call. You've just been given the blueprint. The weapons to destroy weakness, the tools to take back your mind, your focus, your future. But knowledge is nothing without action, so now you have a choice. Do you keep scrolling, keep wasting time, keep falling into the same traps? Or do you rise? Do you take this fire, this energy, and use it to break every chain holding you back? If you're ready to level up, prove it. Smash that like button, drop "I am stronger" in the comments, and share this with someone who needs this message. Because this is just the beginning. Your future self is waiting. The only question is, will you show up?